my retirement trip. Retirement meaning not going into the boundary waters for a while. I'm walking over to Stu, but he's running from me. Stu has come out with, this is what, our 4th year?
4th year in a row.
There's Stu. Say hi, Stu.
Hi, Stu.
Don't forget to tip your waiters. He'll be here all week. Canoe Country Outfitters 2023. This is our campsite for tonight. We go out tomorrow to Quetico. That's my tent, the palatial Kelty Green River 4. And there is Stu's hammock set up with an owl on it, whatever brand it is, doesn't matter. Here is my screen tent for RV camping that the mice ruined this winter. And I have a patch to keep mosquitoes out. It's up there. I don't know if you can see it from in here. There it is. It's a clear tape. We got a fire pit, a picnic table, and a beautiful view of Moose Lake here in northern Minnesota. We're about 3 miles from the Canadian border. Tomorrow we're going in. We arrived in Canada. We are portaging across to Basswood Lake in Ontario. The last time I portaged into Canada, I was not legal. It was in 2020, and I accidentally came into Canada, but we are here on purpose. We have our paperwork in line. We have to portage our stuff across and check in with the border agent. So, let's go. No idea what we're looking at here, but it looks like they take water down this pipe. And then at the other end, it sounds like they have some sort of generator going. And there's a 40K speed limit sign buried back there. On the backside of the ranger station at Quetico, they have this hydro plant, which must supply the electricity here. There's a bathroom over there. In the woods, hard to see. I don't know if it's flush toilets or not. I would think not. Yeah. So we're heading out into Quetico. Let's go. All right, so here we are at our first portage. This is a beautiful spot. Excuse me. So many flies here because of the sandy beach. But this is beautiful. It looks like we got another party paddling in here. We were going to eat lunch here, but I vote no. But I haven't spoken to Stu about it. Back up in here. This is also a campsite at a portage. But with the flies here, with that sand, I don't think I'd stay here. But here you can see the primitive fire pit as per Quetico regulations. There's a little bit of trash here and there in here, but fuck. I don't know if you can see the flies, but man, the flies suck in here. I would not camp here. These flies are no bueno. There's one on the phone right there. You can't see it, but it landed on my camera. Last night was one of the more challenging nights. Stu, well, in the middle of the night, some sort of nocturnal predator, like a mink or a fisher or something like that, or an owl, I don't know, was making a screeching noise. And something was dying, and it was creepy because it was still out here. There's no movement, there's no air, no sound at all. Suddenly just the sound of death. Not long after that, something touched Stu, and he yelled out in the middle of the night, which scared the shit out of me. So I had that going on. At that point, I had 2 hours of sleep. And I didn't sleep much after that, because not long after that, we had a storm come through. It was pretty bad wind and a lot of rain. And I found out my tent leaks. A lot. Slept in my rain gear. But then another one came through. But between the two, we got up like at 3 in the morning, whatever. And batten stuff back down. Now Stu's off using the latrine, except up here in Quetico, you have to dig a hole, squat on it, and then use it. It just doesn't sound like he's very far away. But whatever. Yeah, it's been challenging. In most places in the world, sanitation isn't as good as we have in the United States. Canada being a prime example, because that fire right there is Stu's shitty toilet paper. I burned mine earlier. Mine might still be in there too, but because here in Quetico, there's no latrines. You dig a hole, you bring the paper back to camp, and they do recommend that you pack it out. And Stu, what are your thoughts on packing out the shitty toilet paper?
Not happening. And Jason, our guy who checked us in, he recommended we burn it. So that's what we're doing.
Jason was full of ways around the rules, I think.
And hair.
Yeah, oh yeah. He needed to comb his beard. But we digress. That's a toilet paper pyre right there. Okay, we're trying something new. Stu's paddling. Yay! He really likes it back there.
I love it.
Stu likes being behind, in the back. Wait. That kind of goes. The other day, he said, I can't wait to get these pants off. Not a fly. No flies here.
No.
It's the last night of my Quetico trip with Stu. It is muggy. It has been muggy every night. And the bugs come out, so we have to go in the tent. Well, he goes in his tent, I got my tent, and just sitting here and wait for it to cool off. It's been a good trip. Yeah, I wasn't liking it at the beginning. We had a really rough first night with the rainstorm, and this tent leaks, which is horse shit. Because we had a hell of a storm on the first night, and we had a storm last night, and it leaks. Like, it just leaks right through the seam tape. You can, I watch it. So, yeah, Big Agnes let me down a little bit. It's absolutely silent here right now. And so we came in pretty close to where we're going to take out. I can actually hear the waterfall at Prairie Portage. But man, it is muggy. I'm just sitting here sweating. But it's been a good trip. I'm ready to clean up because, like, this sweat and, like, jump in the water to wash off a little bit. But you're not supposed to use soap in the water out here, and it's just yucky. So, it's kind of hard to see what I got going on in here, but those are some nasty pants on the left. I've worn them all week. Beautiful view of the lake out there. Of the sky. So, probably.
There, we don't want to get too close.
So, what were you saying was astonishing, Stu?
How little of Quetico we actually made it into. On a map, it's teeny tiny the amount we went into.
But when we were there,
It was amazing.
it was huge, though.
It was huge.
We were on some big lakes.
Big lakes. My favorite was Sunday, I have to say.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that we were able to paddle Basswood Lake, which is a pretty big lake. It's probably the biggest lake I've ever paddled on. We were lucky there was no wind. We were blessed with that.
Yeah.
And it didn't rain last night, which is wonderful.
Not at all.
So this is what we're looking at here. So that's another group waiting to be picked up. Those are the buoys over the falls. Oh, there's a trail over there I'll probably go down. And then that is the American motorized portage. So just over there is the United States, and we are sitting in Canada.
Ooh, boat hit the dock.
They know what they're doing. I think there was an exchange of drugs there.
But he's still in the water. No.
could hear that last night. Looks like we have a serviceberry tree over here. I think they're serviceberries. Let's see. Yep. Serviceberry. Saskatoon.